Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Soulight Hypnotherapy. My name is Kirsten. Today I'm introducing a new reading to my channel. And if you want it to resonate with you, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you really want it to resonate with you, make sure you subscribe to my Patreon channel. The link for that is in my description box below. When I shuffle the cards, I always ask that the reading would resonate first and foremost with my Patreon subscribers and then my YouTube subscribers. So you want to definitely be subscribed so that you can get the most out of these readings. But today's theme is the Fool. The Fool has been speaking to me lately and wants me to do a series of readings related to his energy. The Fool is the first card in the Major Arcana. He's the number 0. He represents absolute potential. Anything is possible. He's coming from a place where everything is possible, where everything is potential, and everything is neither good or bad. It's perfect. And he's leaving this place born from a union of love and desire to love, created perfectly for the purpose to love back, to have experiences for the divine. So he was given the task to name all of God's created living things. And once he jumps out of paradise and into the world, landing on its soil, he instantly names what he experiences. He calls it by its nature. It's either good or bad. So it's like his fall, the fall of man from grace, right? He falls into judgment because when you name something, you are judging it. You're labeling it. When he leaves his paradise to go on this journey, he's naive and innocent, perfectly pure. He's perfect. He doesn't understand that the experience he's about to have is not going to be perfect. It's going to be, because everything on earth is not perfect. It's not like paradise. It's going to be either good or bad. He doesn't quite fully understand this as he jumps into this new experience, because he's ignorant. He has nothing to associate this new journey with. All right. So he goes into it with trust, full trust and belief that he'll be okay, and that, if he steps off this cliff, he's going to land on some mossy ground, right about here. It's not going to hurt him. The dog is trying to warn him that, hey, there's rocky ocean down there. He's got his head up in the clouds, and again, he's just believing and trusting that what he's about to engage with is going to work out just fine. So when the Fool comes up in your reading, that's just a little introduction for me, from me, about what I feel the Fool's energy is saying. It's a very deep card, and I feel that the tarot is very much a book of life. And that he represents all of us, this Fool, at every moment of our lives. We are experiencing for the divine, and we are labeling that experience either good or bad. And we are allowed to have that experience and to flavor that experience for the divine, whether it be good or bad. Okay? So, but our judgment calls it, if that makes sense. So, let's get into the reading. What I have here is 4 piles of cards, different decks. I'm using the Illuminati deck, the Everyday Witch Tarot, the Deviant Moon Tarot, and the Golden Tarot today, represented by the Lemurian Sea Crystal, is the Illuminati deck. The Everyday Witch is represented by the Imperial Topaz. The Deviant Moon is represented by the Purple Polished Amethyst, and the Golden Tarot is represented by the Rose Quartz Heart. So how you can utilize this reading is it's timeless, and you can use this reading anytime you come across it it doesn't have a shelf life. The only prerequisite is that you don't know the answer before you pick your pile. And what you do is, if there's something that you're wanting to do, that you're considering jumping into, having a new experience, then but you're hesitating or whatever, you're not sure where that's going to lead you because he's jumping off into the unknown, then the Fool can reveal to you the outcome of that experience, what you will encounter on that journey, and how it will ultimately wind up. So, for instance, if you were wanting to call that ex-girlfriend or boyfriend, what would happen if you were to jump in and do that thing, take that risk? What would you experience, and how would it ultimately end up? Or maybe you need a new roof, and you are, getting estimates from contractors, and maybe you've decided to go with a particular contractor, and you want to know what will happen if I jump in and do this work with this contractor. Then you can see the experience and how it will ultimately wind up. If I jump in and take this job, if I take this new career path, if I buy that car, whatever it is, you can apply it to this reading by picking a pile and assigning that question to the pile. But even more than that, you can get so much more out of this reading. You can apply different questions to different piles. What if you were to call that girl? What would happen? And you chose this pile. What if you were to work with a certain contractor and you chose this pile? What if you were to buy that red Jeep? Would you be able to afford it? And all that. Assign it to that pile. You can get so much out of this reading. It's for all signs, any sign, and it's timeless. And so go ahead and ask your question. Pick your pile. I'll have it time-stamped below based on the crystal, and enjoy your reading. And thank you everyone for tuning in. Most of all, thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel and for subscribing to my Patreon channel. And please leave your comments below. Let me know how you like this series, and I'll continue it if I get a lot of feedback. All right, we'll see you on the other side with your reading. Bye. Okay, if you chose the Lemurian Seed, the Illuminati deck, this is your reading. The first card is actually placed on the opposite side because the Fool in this deck is facing this way. And the way that he's facing is the direction that he's headed, and he's leaving behind this energy. At the bottom of the deck we have the Devil card. So currently you are experiencing a situation that has you entangled. It may be very toxic. You could be dealing with a person, a place, or a situation. And you felt powerless in this relationship or situation. It's highly negative and controlling. And this is what you are leaving behind and wanting to free yourself from. If it's not that, then it could be a situation where obsessive habits, obsessiveness, addictive habits, or fears have consumed you, and you're leaving this behind. Well, that's good. By taking this risky step, you're leaving this situation behind you, and you're going to experience the Six of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign person, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. But I see that you will be striking out on your own, escaping from this old situation. It's time to move on. It's time to make this break and release yourself. Or it could involve moving on from this bad past, this bad person or place that was toxic for you and controlling your life. I see definite improvement right away. You'll feel relief once you take this step, this giant leap forward. At least in the beginning, you'll definitely feel that relief immediately. But careful now. Careful you don't carry this baggage into this new situation that you're headed in with you. Don't carry this negativity or toxic energy with you into this new place or mental space that you're headed. Cut all cords, cut all ties, and clear this situation up entirely so that it doesn't come back to haunt you. For some of you, you may be considering moving forward with this energy. If you are considering moving in with, say, a toxic person, or continuing to go in this direction with this energy, it will end up being very hard and difficult for you. Okay, the cards want you to cut ties with this energy completely and clear it, get rid of it, and don't carry the baggage with you into this new situation. Mental, physical, or spiritual baggage. Let it go. It doesn't want you to let it come back to haunt you, okay? Energetically as well, do some cord cutting. And make a fresh start. Separate yourself entirely. So the challenge for you is not to stay connected to this energy, but to allow new influences to come in that will heal you and bring peace to your situation, peace to your mind, peace to your environment. Now, what this entails, it may involve travel. It may involve a trip. You have to move past an old situation and cut ties fully. It may involve some hard work, labor, and effort. What it is you have to do in order to release yourself. Okay, for instance, I gave the example of mold, working with a contractor. So maybe you need to move, or maybe you need to do some contracting work. There's a toxic mold in your household, or this could be a toxic person that you're leaving, and you need to move and take your family and get out of that situation. It could be anything. You'll know if this applies to you, how it will resonate with you will be different for everybody. Those are just some examples. Your ultimate outcome by moving on and moving past this situation, you're going to get immediate relief, right? But it's going to require a lot of hard work and labor and effort on your part. So this will not be easy, and I'm afraid, my dear, it won't be cheap. You will feel solely responsible for getting it done or getting it over with. And maybe you feel like there's no one who can help you or take the load off. Or maybe you feel like there's no one who's willing to help you, that you have dependence of those that you need to take care of, And this will feel at times like a burden, but there is still relief. There's such great relief and peace of mind, right, that I would feel it's worth it. Okay, so don't let this hinder you from taking this giant leap. Because this stresses you out, this keeps you frustrated and exhausted. This is actually draining your energy. And the energy of those around you. And it is saying that there are those around you who can help. It's not easy for you to admit maybe that you need help, or maybe you're reluctant to trust others to carry this up the hill and see it through to its destination. But you have to overcome that. This card requires that you release something and let go of something that's burdening your life or weighing on you or weighing you down. And also, don't carry with you any blame about this situation. Don't blame yourself for this problem and for it not working out. Okay? It's time to end this and release this burden and this karmic trial, this toxic tie, to separate yourself completely from this energy. So your advice is to carry on and move forward, move past this, cut all ties, energetically, emotionally, mentally, physically. And seek out help. Delegate jobs to others. Get good guidance and advice from those who know the way, who have previously already navigated these watery straits that you're on. And if you do so, you will feel relief immediately once you take this leap. So good luck to you, those of you who chose this pile. I hope that this reading gave you some direction. Blessings. So if you chose the Everyday Witch pile, the Imperial Topaz, this reading is for you. In this deck, the Fool is facing this way, so what's behind the Fool on the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Wands. So you're considering taking a leap and jumping into a new situation. And your current situation is that you are standing your ground and preparing yourself for somewhat of a fight. I feel tension and a guardedness or a nervousness in you about what's coming around the corner. You know there's something coming just around the corner about to enter into your life. You're aware that this is about to happen. And this energy wants to engage or be involved with you. But you've been through so much already, battered and bruised and tired and weary by past events. Maybe with this energy, maybe just from your general past. Thus, you're not completely open to having involvement with what's coming in. You don't know if you're up for this next hurdle or new challenge. It's a bit intimidating or threatening for you. It could be that you're setting some boundaries around yourself, right? And threatening the energy that's coming in to not cross certain lines with you, right? So jumping into this new experience, what you will experience is the Knight of Wands. That's what's coming, or who's coming towards you. So this could be a person, since it's a court card. Or it could be an event. Knights can be people or events. If it's a person, it could possibly be a fire sign or a water sign. It doesn't have to be, but I see a lot of water and fire in this reading. Fire is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, and water is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. I feel that this energy is passionate and charming, and it wants quick involvement with you. It's pursuing involvement with you in a rushed, urgent, or passionate way. It could be a romantic involvement, it could be a work involvement or project. You tell me, okay? But by getting involved with this Knight of Wands, a person, news, or event, there will be pressure for you to move or react quickly and to respond with like energy, enthusiasm, passion, and creativity of this energy or those around you in the environment. If it's a work situation. It could be that involvement with this Knight of Wands will require you to get moving, to travel, or to go somewhere or relocate quickly. It definitely talks about changes happening fast, and you're not sure if you're ready for these changes. And you may be putting some conditions around those changes, right? Maybe you're the one doing the threatening. Wait a minute. You can't come in unless, or you're about to jump. You're going to jump into this situation, and you're going to have to be on go right away. You know that you haven't started yet, but you're preparing for it. You're getting kind of tense in your stomach about it. It's making you a little nervous. It's going to require courage and bravery for you to step into this situation with the Knight of Wands. I feel like this energy of the Knight of Wands can come in quickly and go out quickly. It's not yet set in stone or fully committed. There is potential for this because he's upright. But first, the adventure, the experience has to be explored, and explored wisely by you or by them. So this is very much someone who's doing his exploring, right? And seeing new things and likes variety and likes to have new experiences. And I feel that the advice of the card is for you to enjoy this experience, but don't have or make any assumptions about this energy or how long involvement with this energy will last, because the Knight of Wands burns out quickly. It loses interest quickly. That's why it's always moving on to in and out. So in order for it to stay long, there has to be a good match of energy, enthusiasm, and excitement and interest for this energy to remain still and make a commitment. And it could be that the place you're going is always searching for new things. Like, say, maybe you're working at a fashion house or something like that. They're always looking for the latest trend. You know what I'm saying? So you always have to be on when you're dealing with this energy. And you know that whatever your circumstance, and it's your adrenaline is up, and you may be intimidated by that, or you got to brace yourself for the activity that this will involve. So like I said, this is an energy you should explore wisely, but don't make any assumptions about how long it will last, because that is not yet defined. It's not yet fully committed, and like I said, that's why you're nervous. This energy will make much demand of you, your own energy. For some of you, this Knight of Wands may represent going back or re-involvement with a previous lover, someone who's inconsistent not fully committed, who goes in and out of your life. Maybe you're considering getting back together or visiting with this energy. Maybe you're putting some conditions down. Maybe you feel threatened by their nature and you're saying, well, you can come in if you do this. I do feel there is strong temptation. You really want, because you got this reading, means you want to jump into this situation again. You have a strong desire to jump in again. But remember, the nature of this energy hasn't changed. It showed up as a Knight of Wands. Right now, it's not ready to be serious or fully committed. And nothing's changed. Okay? You have to attune yourself to this energy. It doesn't attune itself to yours. The outcome, if you jump into this experience with the Knight of Wands, this relationship or this job or project, whatever, like I said, you're going to have to get in tune with its energy, and you're going to be busy, and you're going to be enjoying yourself and exploring new things and having lots of fun or lots of sex, whatever. But tying down this energy in a permanent way, right now it's not committed or defined. Maybe it's a freelance job, maybe it's a part-time job, or it's someone who's they're not ready to define this relationship in a strong way yet. So whatever it is, this is for you, that you're ready to jump in and experience with this Knight of Wands. For some of you, it could be travel. I am trying to explore as many different scenarios as I can without getting confused. Maybe some of you want to go on a trip, and maybe some of you are planning a trip or to travel. You want to see some amazing sights or go around the world or do something pretty daring, and maybe you feel threatened or nervous about that. Maybe you're going to go alone. I don't know. You know why you're nervous or threatened. Maybe it'll be a lot of money. Jumping in and doing this, I think you'll have the time of your life if that's the case for some of you. If, for instance, maybe you are considering jumping in and working with a contractor, for an example, I feel like the work will be fast. They may not finish. There's not a lot of dependability here. There's innovation, though, and there is creativity. It's just that you're going to have to make sure the work is quality and not done too fast, or it could be that either it's done too fast or it could be that it's not finished. So if you jump into that scenario with this energy, I would say that beware of that. Okay, I think that they'll do amazing and beautiful work, but I'm not sure about the quality, how long it will last, or that's what I would say. I would say that would be questionable. All right. So I've given you a lot of different scenarios. The ultimate outcome, if you go ahead and jump into this energy with the Knight of Wands, whatever he is for you, the card says that you can certainly indulge in this relationship or experience. Have lots of fun and enjoy it. You will benefit immensely from the beauty of it, from the pleasure it brings you. And for some of you, you may even benefit in a material way from aligning with this energy. Most of all, I see you're enjoying the benefit of the experience, and that could be good memories, or that you just be having beautiful things to see and experience with this energy. So all of that exists here, but this card tells you to be wise. The nature of what you're jumping into is inconsistent, in and out, on and off. So don't build your castles in the sand and expect it to last very long, because the tide's coming in. Dreams and wishes can come true. It is possible that this could work one day. It is possible to get something really beautiful out of this energy. But you're going to have to stay on guard with it. Set down some parameters or borders, conditions, and see that through. And then you could get a victory. You could get a victory. Excuse me. But remember, the nature of this night is not, at this time, fully committed or serious. So go ahead and benefit from this experience. Just don't have your eyes shut. Look where you're going and be wise about what you're doing, and know the nature of what you're dealing with. There is potential that you could get a firm commitment if this is a relationship. But for right now, you don't have that firm commitment. Stay realistic. Right? I see you indulging in your dream. I see you indulging in this fantasy. I see you indulging with this Knight of Wands. That's what you're going to do. And if anything, you're definitely going to get good memories. A pleasurable time that you can savor. Something beautiful to look at. That's created. And that you will admire and enjoy, and others will admire and enjoy. So you'll enjoy yourself. You'll get immense pleasure and fulfillment. I would say, and maybe that's all anyone can wish for. I would say go ahead and go for it. Just don't have your eyes closed. Have eyes wide shut. Let's put it like that. All right. Thanks for tuning into your reading. I hope you enjoyed it, found it insightful, and got some guidance. Bye. For those of you who chose the purple amethyst, the deviant moon pile, this is your reading. You have the Five of Cups, the Fool, of course, which is always in this position in this series, the Moon, and the Four of Wands. So this is the situation you're leaving behind, right? The Five of Cups is a card of loss, sadness, disappointment, sorrow, and regrets, and grief. Whatever it is, you're still grieving it, right? You've been grieving it for a while. You're still grieving it. You're trying to leave this behind, though, but you're looking back at it. Okay, you're moving away, but keep looking back. You're really looking back. You're trying to pull yourself out of some kind of depression, or some kind of situation where you feel ashamed or bad about you or your life, or something that you did. Right? You're crying over spilt milk. It's all in the past. There's whatever it is, it's in your past, and you're crying over spilt milk. There's nothing you can really do about that now, other than get on with your life, get over it. Not to be shallow, but what's done is done. Okay? Stop blaming stop blaming me, or stop blaming yourself for the past. It's got to stop. The pity party's got to stop too. Yeah, that was fucked up. What they did to you. Yeah, it was fucked up what you did to them. But it's time to move on. The Fool here wants you to pull yourself out of this dark state of mind. Stop feeling this way. Stop blaming this past. And refresh yourself and start over. But you're headed towards, as you pull yourself out of this depression, the moon. Now the moon is a card of depression as well. So in order to get out of the past, you're going to have to delve into the unknown. You're going to have to delve into your subconscious mind. Some of you may be delving into some kind of creative work or psychic work, or, like I said, therapy. Maybe you'll be dealing with a Cancer or a Scorpio or a Pisces, or maybe a fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't matter. But I feel like this Fool wants you to pull the Band-Aid off quickly and deal with your fears. Deal with what you're really afraid of, or deal with what you're really feeling, instead of blaming and carrying on, or instead of blaming yourself or blaming the situation. Maybe look at the situation that you've been keeping hidden in the dark, deep in your subconscious mind. It's kind of deep, huh? And then some of you, you're coming out of a past of regret, sorrow, grief. You're trying to pull yourself out of this energy, but it's hard. You keep looking back at the past, okay? And you may be traveling towards this moon energy, which could be maybe a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, or someone who you have a deep connection with. You see how there's a deep connection, psychic connection. Right? I see you headed towards this moon and involving yourself with this moon energy, whatever that means for you. And getting involved with this energy leads to a deep closeness, a deep connection, friendship or partnership. I see tight links and strong rapport, and maybe even telepathy and psychic ties between you. Maybe psychic work or something like that along these lines. Wherever you're headed, that's what you're headed towards, okay? If that makes sense to any of you. I see you using your imagination and acting things out in your mind. Maybe things that happened in the past. I see you dealing with this person who, in a deep connected way. See how they're connected? They know what makes you tick. They seem to, they can relate to your emotions and moods, and they know what you need, and they know how to work with you, and to expand your mind and your creativity. They use these methods to help you. They can help you deal with the darkness, the fears, the grief, the sadness. And I do see you crying. See the tears of the moon? I do see you crying with this in the company of this energy. But the crying leads to a peace and a harmony, right? A better feeling. You feel good afterwards. You feel better afterwards. And even closer, more closely bonded as a result. So this may involve this what you're jumping into to get out of this dark place. This may involve you moving to a new place, home, job, relationship, or maybe going to someone's home or office. You know, I see an actual place that you're going to. Or you're going to be in a place where you feel comfortable and safe when dealing with this moon energy, if it be a person or dealing with your own inner subconscious. Or your fears. You're going to be made to feel comfortable as you go forward into this. Someone will help you, support you, and help you feel comfortable. Some of you may be working with a life coach. Some of you may be working with a therapist. That's what you're jumping into, so that you can pull yourself out of this. So that you can get over it and get on with it and enjoy the things that you still have left and the time you still have left and the blessings that you still have. You know, you're doing good. This is good. Some of you are working with a coach, a life coach, a therapist, a partner, a friend. There's teamwork here. If it's a job you're going into, creative teamwork. And by jumping into this new experience, whoever you are out there who chose this reading, I'm proud of you and I'm glad that you're diving into this unknown. It's a scary place, but I think you're going to really like the way this turns out for you. The outcome right now is uncertain, but later on when you get results, they're going to be really good and you're going to have a much firmer foundation, a much happier life, more peace and harmony in your life. So please jump in and go ahead and do this thing that you're thinking about. The outcome is the Four of Wands, which is a most excellent outcome, connected in a good way, really strongly with this moon energy, whether this be a friend or, like I said, a coach or a friend or a therapist or a partner, romantic or business, whatever. This is a good partnership. This is a good connection. You're going to be going to a good place or landing in a good place from going from scary to good, going from sad to positive. And I do feel the results will be long lasting as long as you're connected, as long as you stay connected. As long as you stay connected, there's a good foundation for you to build and grow with. And you can leave those disappointments behind you. Okay? So, excellent reading. I'm glad for anyone who chose this reading. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Patreon link is in the description box below. Thank you. Bye. Hello everyone. So if you chose the Rose Quartz reading from the Golden Tarot, this is your reading. So let's begin. The Fool is placed here. We have the Page of Swords behind it. The Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups as your outcome. So if you were to take this leap and jump into this new thing or experience, this is what you're leaving behind. You're leaving behind the Page of Swords. Or this could be what's making you take this leap. It could be a person. Right? The Page of Swords could be a person. It could be some news, communication, or correspondence that's going to challenge or trouble you, and that may be why you end up taking this leap and jumping in and doing something. I feel like there's some kind of like forceful communication that's making you take this dive in. You could be dealing with an air sign. You could be dealing with an earth sign. You could be dealing with a water sign, or any sign really. All the signs are really showing up in this reading, to be honest with you. But I feel like this energy, whoever this Page of Swords is, and the part they play for you could be different for everybody. But I feel like, in general, the energy does eagerly want to engage with you, communicate with you, talk to you, right? Through some form of communication. Maybe they're calling you, maybe they're emailing you, maybe they're online watching you. They want to talk to you, right? And they're eager to talk to you. For some of you, this could be a news blast, an email blast, right? A call to hurry up and jump in and buy this thing before it's too late. You know, some of you are considering jumping in and taking the plunge and doing that. And it's intrigued you in a sense, caught your attention. It's in your cards. It's right here. Now, if this is an outside energy, and not your energy, then I feel from their perspective, they have a curiosity, a strong curiosity about you, and a desire to learn more, get more, or learn more information about you, learn about you, watch you, whatever. And it's becoming for you. I sense, excuse me, I sense a bit annoying, persistent, pushy, intrusive. And for some of you, on a negative bent, it might even be feeling kind of obsessive and aggressive, how this energy is coming at you. You tell me. Some of you feel annoyed by this energy, and some of you may feel attacked or pressed to deal with this energy, okay? I don't feel it wants to give up. I feel it's poking at you, needling you with its pointy end. For some of you, this may be a legal challenge because he means so many things. I went ahead and clarified this Page of Swords, and I got with Sibylla and Davina, and I got the lawyer reversed. So this could be a legal challenge or a contractual issue. And I feel that whoever is needling at you, trying to get your attention, trying to talk to you, or trying to say something to you, they feel like you've been unfair to them, and you need to make that right. So I do feel an aggression coming from this energy towards you. Maybe you did something in the past, and now you're being accused of wrongdoing by this energy. Or you're being asked pesky, intrusive questions, annoying questions, bothersome or troublesome communication. Because I feel like you're turning your back on this energy. You're trying to avoid it, ignore it, in a sense. I feel you've been avoiding this energy, but it's in the back of your mind because they're needling at your head. They're poking you. They're constantly getting your attention in some way, even though you're trying to ignore it. And you're going to have to deal with this to avoid some trouble or a consequence, you know? Because it may be that through opening up to this energy and speaking with this energy or responding to this energy and answering its questions, you need to follow through with that. I feel like you're being challenged to do that. It's challenging for you to do that. The Fool, if you were to jump in and stop avoiding this and finally go ahead and quickly pull off the Band-Aid and deal with this experience, this is what you're going to experience. You're going to experience the Two of Pentacles. And so some of you will end up juggling a few things around in order to accommodate this energy and whatever it wants from you. Because you've already got a lot going on and you've got things placed in different places and going certain places, you're going to have to make some shifts and move some things around to balance out or accommodate this energy. Now, if this is a person that you're dealing with, maybe a person that you want to deal with. For some of you, this could be a person that you're interested in learning about more about, maybe someone you talked to in the past. But if you were to get engaged with this energy, it's going to cause some problems and some consequences for you. So maybe you've been ignoring that, but maybe you can't get them out of your mind, right? It's needling at you. It's going to cause some drama in your life, but you'll manage it if you get involved with this energy. Jump in and do it. If you're asking yourself, should I do it? Should I call them back? Should I get involved? Should I, it's going to make you have to become a bit of a juggler. Now, if there's someone already in your life, you're going to be a player. You're going to play them both. But I see you managing it. But it's going to cause some drama. Looks like you already have a lot going on. Maybe you already have an existing relationship. For some of you who are facing having to answer pesky questions or follow through with something that's bothersome or feels intrusive or demanding, I will see you will do some kind of dance, humorous dance or whatever, being sweet or being nice. When I say dance, you're acting in some sort of way to placate, please, or appease this issue or person. Playing around with the energy to make nice with it, to soften it, right? So you can manipulate it a little bit. And then you're going to provide them with just enough to keep them off your back. You're going to provide them with just enough of the information or whatever it is that they need from you, answers or more involvement or money, just enough to get them off your back. Some of you will be making money arrangements, payment arrangements, scheduling things like that. That's what that will involve for you. And that's what you're trying to avoid, but that's what you're going to have to do in order to get this energy off your back. And it will still require follow-through from you, so in a way, it's a wishy-washy or flimsy excuse or a tentative agreement. It's not firm. So you're going to be making some kind of adjustment, wishy-washy excuse, tentative agreement to accommodate or appease this Page of Swords energy that's pressing on you, pressing its issue upon you. And you will manage to get away with it. So the ultimate outcome you will experience from jumping in and finally doing this thing you've been avoiding is the Nine of Cups. So that's a good outcome. You'll be happy. It's a happy outcome for you. You're going to have a lot of emotional fulfillment and be well pleased about how something actually turns out. If it's that you're making money or legal arrangements or payments, follow through is still required, but if you follow through, everybody will be happy in the end, right? If you're being a player, reaching out to this Page of Swords and getting involved with this page is going to cause some drama in your life or in your current relationship. You will have to shuffle some things around or juggle your priorities in order to have your cake and eat it too, but you will manage to maintain what you currently have and this new thing that's coming in, right? You will have your cake and eat it too. That's what it looks like. So yeah, that's what you're going to get if you jump in and do this thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Please let me know your comments in the description box below. If you like it, I'll keep doing it. And remember, you can apply your questions to different crystals, and so you can get 4 readings out of 1 if you want. And these are timeless readings. So as long as you don't know the answer already, you can apply it to your situation whenever you come across this video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Share this link with your friends, your Facebook, or your social network of friends, and please encourage them to subscribe to my channel and become a Patreon subscriber. Support the channel. There's a link in the description box or donate button. There is my donate button on the home page. So thank you for tuning in. Blessings. Bye.